Welcome everyone to our discussion today. We're tackling a question many parents, students, and educators think about. Should schools stop assigning homework? It's a topic with strong opinions on both sides. Today we have two experts to share their views. Dr. Emily Carter, a child development expert, believes homework might not always be beneficial. And Mr. David Lee, an experienced teacher and parent, sees value in homework. Let's hear what they have to say. Dr. Carter, would you like to begin with your opening statement?
Thank you, Sarah. It's a pleasure to be here. My main argument is that homework, especially for younger children in elementary school, often causes more harm than good. We see a lot of stress in students and their families because of homework. Evenings can become a battleground instead of a time for connection and rest. When we look at the research, there is surprisingly little evidence that homework significantly improves academic results for young children. The benefits are often very small, if any. Another important point is equity. Not all children have the same support or resources at home. Some have quiet places to study and parents who can help, while others don't. This means homework can actually widen the gap between students from different backgrounds. It's not always a fair system. Furthermore, children need time for other very important things. They need time to play, to be creative, to rest, and to spend quality time with their families. These activities are crucial for healthy child development, for their social skills, their emotional well-being, and even their physical health. When homework takes up too much evening time, these essential activities are pushed aside. So I believe we need to seriously question how much homework is given, and if it's truly helping our children learn and grow in the best way possible. Perhaps there are better ways to support learning that don't put so much pressure on children and families outside of school hours.
Thank you, Sarah, and Dr. Carter. I appreciate the opportunity to share a different view. From my experience as both a teacher and a parent, I believe homework is a valuable tool. It's not about overwhelming children, but about reinforcing what they've learned in the classroom. Practice is important for many skills. Homework gives students a chance to review material and make sure they understand it. It helps to make the learning stick. Beyond just academics, homework teaches students important life skills. It helps them learn about responsibility and how to manage their time. These are skills they will need not just in school, but also in their future jobs and lives. Learning to plan and complete tasks independently is crucial. Homework also provides a bridge between home and school. It allows parents to see what their children are learning and to be involved in their education. This parental involvement can be very positive. It shows children that their parents value their education. Finally, I think well-designed homework helps prepare students for the demands of higher education and the workplace, where independent study and responsibility are expected. So I believe that homework, when given thoughtfully, plays an important role in a child's overall education and development.
Mr. Lee raises some interesting points about reinforcement and responsibility. I agree that these are important. However, I question if assigning homework, especially daily homework, is truly the most effective way to achieve these goals for all children. Is it the best way? For example, does an hour of math worksheets truly reinforce learning better than a well-designed in-class activity or a longer-term project that students are genuinely interested in? And regarding responsibility, are we teaching genuine responsibility, or are we often just adding to a child's already long day, leading to fatigue and resentment? You also mentioned parental involvement. While that sounds good, what often happens is that parents, who are also tired after their own work days, end up feeling stressed. Sometimes they might even do parts of the homework for their child just to get it finished. Is that the kind of involvement that is truly beneficial? I believe the stress it places on family life is a significant downside. Evenings should be for family connection, relaxation, and pursuing personal interests, not for battles over homework. And we can't ignore the lack of playtime. Play is not just fun. It's how children learn to solve problems, be creative, and interact with others. Homework often eats into this vital time.
Dr. Carter, I understand your concerns about stress, and I agree that too much homework or the wrong kind of homework can be a problem. No one wants that. However, I believe that stress can be managed with reasonable amounts and types of assignments. We're not talking about hours and hours every night, especially for younger students. A small amount of focused practice can be very helpful. And regarding skills like time management, these are essential for life. If children don't start learning how to manage their time and commitments with smaller tasks like homework, when will they learn it? It's a gradual process. It's about finding a balance. Homework can help students develop a routine and learn to prioritize tasks, which is valuable. You also mentioned equity issues, and that's a valid concern. However, I think homework design can help address this. For example, schools can ensure homework doesn't require resources that not all families have. Assignments can be designed to be completed with basic materials, or schools can provide access to resources after hours. The goal isn't to create disadvantage, but to provide an equal opportunity for practice and skill development. It's about thoughtful implementation.
Thank you both. It's clear there are many layers to this issue. Mr. Lee, you mentioned thoughtful implementation and types of homework. Could you expand on what makes homework effective rather than just busy work?
Certainly, Sarah, that's a key point. Effective homework is not about filling time. It should have a clear purpose. It should be directly related to what was taught in class and help students practice a specific skill or understand a concept more deeply. For example, instead of just 20 generic math problems, perhaps a few well-chosen problems that require thinking and application of the concept. Or, for older students, research for a project that they are interested in. The type of homework should also change with age. For younger children, it might be as simple as reading with a parent for 15 minutes, which has many benefits. For older students, homework can become more complex, helping them to prepare for exams and independent study. It's about quality, not quantity, and feedback is crucial. If homework is assigned but not checked or discussed, it loses much of its value. Students need to know what they did right and where they can improve.
Dr. Carter, Mr. Lee talks about good homework. From your perspective, even if homework is well designed, are there perhaps better alternatives to achieve those same learning goals, especially considering children's overall development?
That's an excellent question, Sarah. Even with so-called good homework, we must ask if it's the optimal use of a child's time after a full day at school. I believe many of the goals Mr. Lee mentioned, like reinforcing learning, can often be achieved more effectively during the school day itself. This could be through more interactive teaching methods, small group work, or in-class practice, where the teacher is immediately available for support. Project-based learning, for instance, can consolidate knowledge and develop skills like research and time management, often with more student engagement than traditional homework. Encouraging children to read for pleasure is another powerful alternative. It expands vocabulary, improves comprehension, and fosters a love of learning without the pressure of a graded assignment. Ultimately, children need a balance. Their developmental needs extend far beyond academics. They need unstructured play, physical activity, social interaction, and adequate rest. These are not optional extras. They are fundamental to well-being and, ironically, can even improve their ability to learn when they are in school. To summarize, while the intention behind homework might be good, I believe its current common practice often leads to unnecessary stress for children and families. It can worsen inequalities and provides limited academic benefits, especially for younger students. We must remember that childhood is short. Children need time to play, explore, rest, and connect with their families. These experiences are vital for their development. Therefore, I urge schools and educators to critically reevaluate their homework policies. Let's prioritize student well-being and explore more effective, research-backed strategies to support learning within the school day itself, ensuring a more balanced and joyful childhood.
In closing, I maintain that homework, when designed and implemented thoughtfully, remains a valuable educational tool. It reinforces classroom learning, helps develop essential life skills like responsibility and time management, and provides a crucial link between home and school. It allows parents to be engaged and prepare students for future academic and professional challenges. The key is not to eliminate homework, but to ensure it is meaningful, manageable, and appropriate for the student's age and developmental stage. Let's focus on improving homework practices, making it a positive and supportive part of the learning journey, rather than discarding it entirely.
Thank you, Dr. Carter and Mr. Lee, for this insightful and balanced discussion. You've given us a lot to think about regarding the role of homework in education. It's clear there are strong arguments on both sides, from student well-being and equity to skill development and parental involvement. We hope this conversation encourages our listeners to consider these perspectives and discuss them within their own schools and communities. That's all the time we have for today. Thank you for joining us.